I'm going to title this video, since I'm going to jail, I'm exposing it all, part one. Because I don't know how many parts it's going to be. But y'all, when I tell you I'm telling it all, I'm saying names. Ain't no nothing. I'm saying names. I'm posting pictures. When I find some, I'm posting screenshots. I'm exposing it all because a bitch want to play with me for the same bitches that was playing with you. So I'm going to tell it all. Since nobody cares about what my side is, because y'all jealous assholes always wanted to issue with me regardless, let's tell it all. So come in and have a seat. Also, I'm literally looking like this because my hair appointment is literally in like 2 hours. So I'm making this video before then. But I'm going to get my hair done. My birthday is literally in 2 days, but I'm celebrating it tomorrow. So I'm looking like this for that reason, okay? Yeah. So I started dating Danielle. That's my ex name. I started dating Danielle May 29th or some shit of last year, right? First day we linked up. She's an eater. Crazy eater. Crazy eater. Literally made me come back the next day. We did our thing or whatever. Literally better than I even expected. You know what I'm saying? And I'm saying this stuff, y'all, because I feel like I gotta explain everything to know why I even stayed around in the beginning. Like, that bitch is an eater. She's literally like crazy. So yeah, so we started dating, and immediately, like, I noticed like red flags. So when we first started dating, she the first day I linked up with her, she had her friend Terry and her cousin come over or whatever. For her reasoning, she said, we were strangers. She wanted to like not make me uncomfortable. She also wanted to make sure herself was safe. Cool, understood it. But at the same time, like, I had explained to her, like, you had a nigga around and that could have made anybody uncomfortable, just in a friendly basis. We talked about this. She said she understand. Cool. Her friend Terry, also the who literally her whole friends and family have dogged out in front of me. Okay. Terry literally liked me from very day one. Like, we was cool. Like, we were cool as fuck. She was always like complimenting me, always like telling me her business, even cried to me about some of her business, all type of shit. All of a sudden, like, as time goes on, the bitch starts feeling like we're beefing. So I'm asking Danielle, like, that's weird. Like, what's going on? Danielle's acting oblivious. Oh, I don't know. She just acts very weird around you. I never told her anything bad about you. I told her that I like you, blah, blah, blah. Y'all really come to find out later on down the line that this bitch was literally texting Terry and lying on me. My ex was sending me full-fledged paragraphs and then sending my response to Terriana to act like I said something to her first. So I remember one of the text messages my ex sent me about like wanting me and being intentional with me, all type of stuff. And I responded back or whatever when I woke up. Why I go through her phone later on down the line, this is all a factor. And I see that she sent Terry my message, and then Terry gonna respond back, well, are you gonna tell her the truth? Like, basically trying to imply that she don't really like me like that. So Terry, so Danielle's like, oh yeah, I'm gonna tell her just the truth. But what's the truth? You literally sent me a text message first. That's character. This is what I'm explaining to y'all. This bitch is weird. So in dating her, outside of even that one, they literally, which is they meaning her sister, any friends that was around the first week, anybody that would leave, they bashed them. They talked badly about them. The first week that I started dating her, every single time I seen her, she had hella people at her house, right? Cool. But as soon as whoever would leave, everybody around would bash them. And the most person that everybody bashed was literally the Terriana girl. So Terriana literally is like a dark-skinned girl, like she smoke a lot of weed, like all type of shit, like bad body, whatever, right? They literally, as soon as she would leave, they would bash the fuck out of her. She's ghetto. She don't got no home training. She's ugly. She's dusty. She would even come around, y'all, and literally be like saying like she's coming over there to stop her period so she can go fuck this nigga and fuck that nigga and fuck this nigga and fuck this nigga. All type of shit. So they dogged her out, literally. I literally told Danielle to her face, you don't think it's weird that every time this girl leaves, y'all talk about her? She said, I mean, it's not really bad because everything we're saying we would say to her face. That's exactly what this bitch said. Everything we're saying we would say to her face. Did they ever say anything to her face? Absolutely the fuck not. So on top of Terry, this is bitch named Zaria or whatever. Zaria is her sister Deani's best friend. I end up finding out that Danielle and Zaria used to fuck each other. Do I give a fuck about that? No. But the fact that you have me around this bitch and not saying anything, but yet you had a whole hissy fit about me telling you that I'm still friends with a bitch that I literally have had sex with prior. So she's really a hypocrite, and that's really what this all comes down to. Also, y'all, I'm telling these names because y'all, it's all legit, but I'm putting everything out, literally. So yeah, stay tuned. So yeah, so she had the friend named Zara, whatever. Mind you, she's literally that like this is what she does. She's literally saying like, "Oh, Zaria, don't like. She's not really my friend. She's my sister's friend. I don't really like her. I don't really even like her for my sister as her friend because I feel like she uses my sister. She doesn't treat my sister well. She's like manipulative to my sister. She's mean as fuck to my sister. All type of shit, right?" Even the sister would say like, "Oh yeah, like that's her best friend," but she would always like make like little comments about like, "Oh, she's dumb for niggas or for bitches, and she got a kid, and she don't care about her kids. She care more about niggas and bitches." They say the same thing about Tariana. Her I guess Tariana has her son is autistic or something like that. So they literally would imply like, "Oh, he's only like this because she's always random men and all type like that." When I tell y'all they literally bash his business. I literally addressed it to Danielle within 5 days of meeting her. I literally said, "I think this weird that y'all talk about everybody or whatever." I even told one of my homegirls like, "Bro, this is weird that every single time somebody leave they talk about that person." My friend was like, "That's a red flag," but she also just we literally thought Danielle was autistic, honestly, truly. So we let her get away with a lot of shit because I'm thinking like something wrong. Like she just don't know no better. That's genuinely y'all what I thought. That's genuinely what I thought. So it's like I let her get away with a lot of shit, bro, that she really should have never gotten away with. So in the midst of all of this or whatever, and getting to know Danielle, I addressed the fact that she's bashing on her friends and stuff like that or whatever. But they telling me, "Oh, we would say the same thing to them in front of their face. You're just new around, so you don't understand how we talk to each other." Whatever, weird. Cool. So she ended up having an ex, whatever. Mind you, y'all, this bitch bashed the ex down. I could tell you every second of this business, from her sisters to her ghetto ass mom to her going to jail for prostitution, from to her motherfucking making my ex sell cocaine for her, to her literally whipping on her kids, to her literally niggas on her, to her stealing from her, to her allegedly paying all the bills. And I say allegedly because the bitch try to say the same thing now that we're broken up and she paid all the bills. But yeah. So she bashed this ex so much to me, and we would argue about it. So I'm like, bro, this is so weird. Mind you, this is the same ex that I ended up finding out down the line that she was talking to the whole time. The whole time. Mind you, her family, her friends, every time I come around, they're bashing the ex. That was literally a red flag to me. I never opened up my mouth. I would just leave. When I would leave, I would always find that shit weird or whatever. Danielle treated me so nice and so sweet, and she acted like she was such a caring person for me that I really was letting it slide, but I would always address it to her like, "That's weird, you need to stop doing that." She's like, "Yeah, I didn't expect them to say that in front of you, or I didn't expect them to say this, da da da," when in reality it's you're telling all this girl's business. Y'all, why recently I brung up that I know she's gonna tell my business to these same bitches. She gonna say, "I never even told you nobody's business, I just told you what happened to me." No, y'all, I can run this whole business down to the ground. We used to argue because I'm like, "Why the fuck you keep talking about this bitch?" She was trying to pry on, like, forced me to see the girl or whatever, like kept trying to get me to pry, to ask more questions and ask more questions, and I never did, bitch. I don't give a fuck. She just wanted to show the bitch off. The bitch is dusty to me, so I didn't give a fuck. But it's just like, why you even keep bashing her? Let me tell y'all why. So, a lot of these character things I will get over or whatever because I was always just feeling like, I just liked her as a person at first. Like not as a person, actually. I'm lying. I liked her for how she liked me. I'm gonna say that. I liked her for how she liked me. So because of how she liked me or whatever, mind you, like she's always like buying me stuff. She's always feeding me. She's always like doing all of these things. She's super sweet to me, always texting me, always attentive. If I call that phone, she answers all type of shit, right? Literally everything switched when one of her friends came in town. And I'm going to change it to the next video because I see the time is going up and I don't want to have to stop. Next video.
Nothing's worse than a person that talks about everybody, then turns around and be like, "So what you been up to?" Like,
don't tell that so nothing.
Me?
Yeah, and then another red flag is the fact she keeps bringing up her ex. Like, it's clear, if someone clearly bringing up their ex every chance they get, they are not over that person. And the fact that later on down the road she found out she was still talking to that ex, it should have been obvious already. And then why is your family feeling comfortable of even bringing up your ex in front of your new girlfriend? Like, that just casts a shadow over your new relationship. Cause why do they even feel comfortable doing that? That don't even make sense to me. Like, don't even bring up no ex-person around my man, ever. Don't bring up no one, nothing. This is me now. Don't bring up nobody.
I mean, I get the family in a sense because you grow a bond with a person. That's how my sister is. Like, she grow bonds with everybody. And it's like, dang, sis, like, y'all know how sisters can be. Like, your big sisters. Like, they grow bonds with everybody.
Your sister don't even bring up nobody to my face.
But I'm saying, like, in general, like, she's still close with a lot of my brother's exes that they're no longer with. So it's like, even though she don't bring them up, they coming around still, So it's like, I can understand how family can still, that's why, like, exes or people get in your life and they try to get close to your family because they know they can stick around a lot longer even after relationships. So they playing a long game when they get to know your family. So if you don't feel like you're gonna be with a person for a long time, don't bring them around your family because it's not your family's fault at this point.
I think it's just a code. I think it's just a code that doesn't have to be spoke on. Like, it's obvious. This is not the time to be talking about this.
I'm notorious for bringing up an ex. I'm like, what happened to?
Right.
If you don't tell me, okay, what if
you
the
wouldn't
ex
do
is,
that in front of their new girl though.
But what if the ex is a baby mama though? Then it's like, okay.
If you see your bro and his girl right there, you're not about to just bring up an ex. Right? Like, you could talk to your brother in private. You wouldn't be like, oh, let's all get together and talk about your ex. What type of shit is that? Hello? Do you not see my girl right here? Do you think I want to talk about that right now?
Family be messy though, low key. They love you. What if they grew a bond with the ex and they really want you to be with her instead of the new person?
Okay, but the difference is they bashing the ex. So it's like, what are we doing here? What are we doing here right now?
Damn.
Is this bash the ex session? Like, right. Be for real.
I wouldn't even fuck with the family. I wouldn't even mess with the family after that, honestly. If I see y'all bashing this lady, I'll just know I'm next.
Yeah, definitely. As soon as you leave, before the door shut, we about to discuss what you was just saying about the ex too. She don't even know her. Why is she even agreeing with us?
So this is part 2. So Danielle had a friend named Ro, really pretty girl, African or some shit or whatever, right, like that, right? When she first mentioned Ro to me, she was like, oh yeah, everybody around me, my friends and my exes and stuff, they really jealous of her or whatever, right? So I'm like, why would they be jealous of her? They was just like, oh, they just jealous of her, like all type of shit, whatever. And I'm just like, well, why? She's trying to imply that they just didn't like her being her friend. They felt like Ro liked her. They felt like Ro liked her and stuff like that or whatever, right? As the time went on, which was only like a week, I realized it wasn't about nobody being jealous of her. When it came to boundaries, regardless, Danielle lacked boundaries. So she literally would switch up depending on who she's around, depending on who she's talking to. Her morals, her principles, everything was literally different depending on who the she was talking to, right? So Rose seemed like she had her head on straight or whatever. I even told her, oh yeah, she's pretty, she's cute. Like, I feel like Rose the best looking one of everybody in this story I'm gonna tell. Everybody else in this story is ugly as literally. So she's just like saying like, oh, like they're just jealous of her or whatever, right? And I'm just telling her like, well, like as she explained it to me, I told her like straight up, like, I feel like you just lack boundaries. I don't feel like it's jealousy. I feel like when it comes down to certain things, like, mind you, she's literally agreeing with me. Like, okay, I'm glad you said that. Like, see, that's why I like you. You put other stuff in my head that nobody else does or whatever, right? Cool. So, hold on. The first situation we ended up getting into where we kind of like stopped talking briefly is because she was like spending her birth, like the time with Rhoda or something like that, whatever. And it wasn't about her spending time with her or nothing like that. It was literally just about her, like little comments that was said. Like she would call me and I would call her back. And when I call her back, she would answer the phone and she's like playing like this weird nonchalant role. She would play like the bitches in the background saying like, who the fuck you on the phone with? Hang up the phone. Like just being real rude. I don't play shit like that because what is even being said about me over there that, motherfuckers is like, oh, hang up on her and don't answer the phone for her, like shit like that or whatever, right? Mind y'all, this is the same who's literally kissing and worshiping the ground I walk on. That's literally why my friends even was okay with me dating her, because I literally always told them, they even seen it for themselves, heard that on the phone, seen text messages, everything of this bitch literally always kissing and like pleading for me to be her person or whatever, right? She was super sweet in the beginning, super sweet. So something ended up happening like with the birthday thing, and it just was like weird because it's like you said the girl birthday was a week ago, but now you're still acting weird now or whatever, right? And instead of her just saying like anything of what she just kept saying like, oh, like I don't know what I'm doing, I don't know what I'm doing wrong. And I'm like, who's saying you doing something wrong? You will call me or you will text me. I text you back, you being dry. So I literally one day I text her because she was just being dry or whatever. And I text her and I was like, yeah, Danielle, we're done talking or whatever, right? So in the messages, she's like, okay, Natavia, didn't do anything, but okay, acting real nonchalant. Mind y'all, something that I'm also going to tell y'all about this girl that I've never experienced in my life is she will literally text you a certain way so she can go send it to her friends, but then be talking to you in person or talking to you on the phone in a completely different way because you don't have proof of that. So she was always downplaying every single person she's ever talked about or talked to in every way. Like she was just this catch, and she just like everybody was just acting crazy over her, and she's just this chill, cool ass girl. She did that to me. She literally did that to her other friends. She did that to her sister. She did that to every bitch she dated. Everything I seen on her phone, I'm gonna expose. So just stay tuned for that. So yeah, she was just acting real dry or whatever. So we ended up talking on the phone, and she understood completely what I was talking about when we was on the phone. But then I ended up getting drunk at nighttime or whatever, and I ended up sending her like a voice note. I wasn't disrespectful. I wasn't yelling. I wasn't screaming. No, nothing. I literally was just like, you know what I'm saying? Oh, I just feel like you lack boundaries as a person. And mind you, this wasn't just about the road girl. It was literally about you, everybody in your life just take advantage of you, and you just move and jump and skip for every person. So that's literally what my voicemail was about. Them bitches all got the voicemail because she sent it to everybody in her phone like the loser ass bitch that she is. But yeah, she's on my phone like, oh no, I'm sorry that I made you feel like that. Like, I'm glad that you tell me about myself because nobody else do. All type of shit, right? So, yeah, that was our first thing. So we stopped talking. Like, she never texted me back, but we had spoken on the phone, but we had just decided to like stop talking to each other. So then, like, I think like not even 2 days. The next day, I ended up like calling her, and she answered the phone or whatever. So I was just like, being my playful stuff, like, oh, you miss me, da 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 da, whatever. She just like, yeah, I do, blah 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 blah. Mind you, go through her text messages or whatever. She's telling people in the phone at this time. This was later on. I find out at that time she was telling people that, oh, she calling me. I don't know what the fuck she want. Oh, she watching my page. I don't know what the fuck she watching my page for. This bitch literally had a personality disorder or something because she acted like whoever the fuck she was around at the moment, and it really blew me because I was genuine as fuck with this girl the whole time, right? So we literally naturally started back talking. Like it was nothing. It was nothing. Then we ended up getting into a situation because when I first met her, I was working at a plastic surgery center. I do billing and coding. I do administration, stuff like that. And then I also work as a midnight ballerina on weekends or whatever, right? So when I first met her, I was doing both. But the first day I met her, I literally told her straight up to her face, like we're in front of her friend and everything, like, yeah, I work at the club too on weekends and stuff like that. So she never said anything bash me about the club or whatever, but she did start telling me about how it's uncomfortable for her because her ex used to fuck niggas at the club, and her ex used to like bring niggas to the house and sit in a car with them for hours and text them and talk to them on the phone or whatever. Mind you, I literally will always tell her like, everybody don't do that. So I get what you're saying. I get you trying to, but everybody not the same or whatever. That's literally how she started dating me. And I feel like a little part of me started feeling like I had to prove some shit to her or whatever. And that's really where I fucked up because she's nothing to prove anything to. I knew what I wasn't doing anything wrong. That's all that mattered. So, yeah, that we ended up getting into an argument because she's a drunk, y'all. She's a full-fledged alcoholic, like the opposite of a crackhead. She's a drunk head. Like when I tell you this girl's a full-fledged drunk, and that's really why we broke up, because she's a drunk and she wouldn't get no help. But yet everybody's sitting there acting like I'm tripping. So let's get into that. So she was drunk as fuck or whatever, and I was telling her like I'm about to leave to go to work. Mind you, this girl will always tell me to come over to her house. Always wanted to lay up, always wanted to cuddle, always wanted me in her face, always wanted to see me all the time. Even y'all later, I found out this bitch was sitting there calling me, texting me to come over to her house, and then telling people like, oh, I just popped up. She just popped up. She just popped up. Like, bitch, stop playing with me, bro. This loser ass bitch really played with me so bad, and it's really pissing me the fuck off. So yeah. So she got drunk, didn't want me to go to work or whatever, and she made a really rude comment like, oh, I ain't taking no stripper serious. So I said, but you dated a prostitute for 3 years and took care of her kids while she fucked niggas on you. Because you're not about to try to insult me and think that I'm gonna motherfucking shut my mouth, because it ain't happening, right? So yeah, in text message or whatever, when I brung it to her the next day because she was drunk as fuck, I brought it up to her the next day or whatever, and she's like, Tavia, I didn't say that to you. I didn't say that to you. I don't know what you're talking about. I think you took it wrong. I'm sorry that you took it wrong. But then when I called her on the phone to explain to her, that's when her sister and her sister's best friend can hear me. Y'all, why this bitch to the whole 360 and start saying, okay, how you mad because I don't want to date a stripper? How you mad I don't want, like, she literally tried to play in my face, y'all. Like, she done that so many times. She's one way with me, one way in my face, one way with text messages, but then get around other people and try to act like she's like that, bro. Like, and it just blows the fuck out of me because who are you playing with, bro? Like, it drove me crazy. So I ended up screaming, cussing her the fuck out in front of them or whatever. I see that the friend was saying that I'm toxic, whatever. She ended up telling me, "Oh, my friend said that you're toxic, but I don't give a fuck what she say. I know your heart. I know that you didn't mean it like that. I just rubbed you the wrong way." But then I go through her phone, y'all, later at that time, and she's literally telling the girl like she is toxic. I just need to leave her alone. What, you weirdo bitch. So skip past all of that. The whole summer go by. And I'm with her constantly. Ended up finding out she don't got a car because she didn't tell me in the beginning. Ended up finding out she's married, military, which she lied. She acted like she just was military married. Everybody in the military did it when in reality, it was a whole bitch that she actually was in a relationship before, with before. So cool. A lot of stuff that like I was finding out she would like apologize for. She would admit to me or whatever. Her friend at the time, the Terry girl, she even liked me at the time. So she was always explaining and vouching for her all the time. Cool, right? So I let a lot of shit go. At the end of the summer, that's when I ended up finding out that she fucked the Zaria girl because her sister brung it up. Her sister all crying, all type of weird ass shit. I guess cause she got a crush on her friend. So her sister crying, her sister started bashing her friend. Oh, she does this with everybody. She's a liar. I know she was never my friend. All type of shit, right? Come back for part 3.
I'm just trying to figure out how all this relates to her going to prison. I'm confused.
The way this girlfriend lying is pretty sure it got to do with her telling some fibs.
Man, I was just saying like how the other friends been talking about like how the family and everybody was talking about the other girl and how that was weird and all that. But I'm thinking like, isn't that the same thing the storyteller doing right now? Like she pretty much just airing out everybody's laundry. Like if I got to go to prison, then I'm about to
Nobody's safe.
Nobody's safe in this situation. Like, dang, I'm trying to figure out what is causing her to go to prison right now. What did these people do? What is gossiping got to do with you going to prison right now? This is crazy. Who told on her? That's what I want to know. What did she do?
If you committing a crime, do not be around these people.
Man.
Because they gonna tell everybody. I can't believe that even after she found out that her girlfriend was bashing her the whole time through the text messages, she stayed with her. No way you gonna be acting all lovey-dovey and then behind the scenes making it seem like I'm on you like that. Like what?
Yeah, said she an eater, right? Said she was an eater. She was an eater.
So yeah, I ended up finding out about that or whatever. They also have this sweet friend named Chelsea. Me and Chelsea never got into it. She even told me like she feel like I should leave Danielle alone. Danielle's sister even told me, I feel like you're too good for my sister. I don't think that you should be stressing and going through the stuff that you're going through with her. I don't think she's worth it. You don't really know her. She's a liar. She lies so much, whatever, right? So at the time, I stupidly took it like the right way because we had a whole 2-hour phone conversation. But then I started feeling like maybe she's just saying this, because she really don't like me. And maybe she's telling Danielle bad stuff about me, but then gonna say that to me. You know what I'm saying? So it was just like a lot of weird shit that was going on over the summer. Fast forward, after the summer was over, I ended up experiencing an armed robbery at my home or whatever. So very traumatic situation. Nobody knew about it but her, whatever. She ended up telling everybody that she knew what happened or whatever. But so she ended up offering for me to come stay in her house with them or whatever, which is she was roommating with her sister. So she offered me to come stay in her house. Initially I was just like, no, you don't gotta do that. Like, I'll go live with my grandma. I'll go somewhere else. Like, I'll go like figure something else out or whatever. Also, yeah, I had like sugar daddies and tricks and stuff and everything or whatever that I ended up like cutting off for respect for this, and I regret the fuck out of that shit for reasons that I'm going to get into in this video. But yeah, so she was just like, no, I want you to come live with me or whatever. Like, her sister, she asked her sister was cool with it. She's like, she's over here all the time anyway. She's a great person. Like, yeah, she can come stay or whatever. So I literally talked to Danielle face to face and I said, this is not going to be a forever thing. I don't want to like live with nobody that I'm dating or nothing like that. I already experienced like this shit or whatever. She's like, well, you don't have to rush it and stuff like that. Like, get yourself together. Like, you don't have to worry about anything. You don't got to pay for nothing. Excuse me. Sorry, y'all. You don't have to pay for nothing. Just get yourself together, right? So I was always still very considerate. So I was always like offering help and stuff like that. She was always telling me no. Where it became an issue down the line is because she's telling me no to giving her money for anything, but then telling her sister she's going to help when she can. Telling her family that I don't have no money to help when we know that was a lie because I was still a dancer at this time, and it was like I wasn't making as much money as I was making before because I wasn't going to work a lot because I was so like stressed the fuck out, y'all. I literally lost like so much weight. Like, I was really like traumatized from a lot of shit that was happening in my life at the time or whatever, right? So she just ended up really just being an aid for me in life. But for some reason, all the people around her, like her friends and stuff like that, they started treating me weird as So I'm thinking they're treating me weird because, oh, they're jealous that she took me in. You know what I'm saying? But then come to find out later on down the line, you took me in, but you're still spitting shit to them like, oh, but I don't like her yet, y'all. I'm just doing this because she just need help. I'm just doing like, and it was the weirdest shit ever, y'all. It was the weirdest shit I ever experienced in my life. And I literally didn't find out for 6 months that this was going on, y'all. So don't think that like, oh, you knew early on and how she was and you just ignored it. I didn't ignore it. I didn't know nothing until November 11th, 2024. Remember that date because it's very significant. So as I'm living with her or whatever, I'm very sweet up on Danielle at this time. She's very sweet up on me. Like, this girl buys me anything I look at, think about, post, repost. Danielle's gonna buy for me any food I want, any date I want to go to. Like, we literally went on every date. This girl literally spoiled me right. Like, everything that I needed from losing my house and losing all my stuff or whatever, she was there. You know what I'm saying? So, why in my mind would I ever think that this bitch is bashing me to people? You know what I'm saying? Like, this bitch is sweet up on me so bad. Why would I ever think that she's bashing me? So I never thought that. I really just thought that her friends was weird and they just didn't like me because they was weird, and that was not really the case. Them bitches definitely weird, but they not weird for the reasons that they think they weird. They're weird because she plays all sides. So that's what this is even about. So yeah, in the midst of me living there, everybody got really weird to me, whatever. I started distancing myself. So I wouldn't talk or whatever, y'all. Every holiday, every single holiday we've ever experienced, we would have matching outfits on, matching pajamas, matching every thing. Why would her friends and stuff only say, oh, Danielle, you look cute? Them is some jealous assholes, y'all. When I tell you them is some jealous, envious assholes, even Danielle will start saying stuff like, you mean we look cute? Like, you know, she started like taking up for me a little bit, but then she's literally also like acting like she didn't know why they was acting weird to me. So that shit was like sick as fuck for real, right? So, holidays and stuff went on. Me living there went on. We started arguing really badly because she just started treating me really weird. She started treating me weird, y'all, because I ended up finding out she was still talking to the ex, that she was bashing and exposing that girl's business to every fucking body that would listen. So she was just like being real rude up to me, real mean to me. And at this time, I was very sensitive, Dolly, right? Like, I was a sensitive, like, vulnerable state or whatever. So I was crying. I wasn't yelling and screaming at her. I was just crying. This was walking up in my face, screaming in my face, pushing past me, getting extremely aggressive with me all the time. And I would be like, just looking at her, because in my mind, I know I'll fuck you up. But at the vulnerable, like, soft-hearted side of me, I literally was like, what is going on? So I will always address it to her like, Danielle, like, you're doing this, you're doing that. You said you've never hit no girl you was with. You said you've never been aggressive. You've never even been in a fight. Like, why are you doing this to me? She will always be like, oh, you're being sensitive. I was just playing. How you just playing, walking up in somebody's face, screaming in their face or whatever, but then you go out the room with your sister and then you play like you're just this, like, oh, you're just this holier than thou person and all type of shit or whatever, right? So this is before I started screaming. So eventually, the arguments got more like stronger, but we would never argue in the house when I was living with them. So the first argument we actually got into, where I literally yelled at her, was we went out for tacos or whatever, and she literally just was like being so weird or whatever. And so I just was like, you act slow. That's exactly what I said, y'all. She started crying, having a fit, smacking my dashboard or whatever, having a whole fit, right? Come to find out, y'all, she tell her sister a whole different side of the story, because me and her sister ended up talking about it 2 days later because she was passed out drunk on the couch. We ended up talking about it. Her sister's like, oh my God, that's not what she said happened. This is what she said happened. Woke her ass up. Hey, get up. Let's talk about what you're telling people that happened versus what really happened. She ended up literally admitting everything I'm saying, but then started saying like, well, I'm drunk, so I didn't remember. Oh, this didn't happen like that. I don't remember. So that was the first time we ever got into a screaming match. It was me, her, and her sister all in the living room at the same time, right? After that, I was literally so like irritated, just always irritated, and I wanted to leave. And I'm telling you, we would scream like that in front of her sister and stuff like that. And then at the end of the night, we would be laid up and she's all in my ear, baby, I love you so much. You're really the love of my life. You're my person. I don't want you to go nowhere, because she know I'm always trying to make arrangements to leave, and she would never want me to leave. But y'all, she's sitting there telling bitches that she been wanting me to leave. Y'all, this was the fakest bitch I ever dated. I couldn't believe myself. Anyway, so we get down to November, and like I said, she's still being mean. I'm still never like doing much arguing with her at this point, but she's just getting real like rude, like, or whatever. I'm like, yeah, I'm gonna make arrangements to get the fuck going or whatever, but I didn't say anything. So I took her out for Veterans Day. Her friend Terry ends up texting her like, why are you letting this bitch take you out for Veterans Day, you know I asked first. So she's just like, well, I don't know. I can't remember exactly what she said. And then so she's telling me like, Terry's so jealous of you. Terry's so jealous of you. Like, how's she mad that you want to take me out for Veterans Day? I said, then bring her too. Like, what's the problem? Like, everybody can go. It's just like, dinner, whatever. She's like, no, she don't gotta go. I'm really like winging myself off of her. All she want to do is smoke, drink, and talk about 1,000 niggas in the city, and she's so unattractive, and my family don't even like her around. They just tolerate her. That's exactly what this bitch was saying about her friend, right? So I'm like, okay, well, stop trying to make them motherfuckers think that it's me. You know what I'm saying? Like, speak up and tell them that you got an issue, not that I got a issue, because this shit weird as fuck, right? This girl ends up, we ended up going to out for Veterans Day, whatever. She's acting really weird or whatever. Like, we're really dry. Like, we're not even talking. So when we got in the car, I ended up addressing it, whatever. So I ended up addressing it. I'm just like, are you still talking to your ex? Because you keep bringing her up in certain like little ways and stuff like that. She gonna say, we talk about the kids, but I don't talk to her. I don't like her. She's not even attracted to me. We ain't got nothing to talk about if it ain't about the kids or whatever. Mind you, y'all, I don't even play with no bitch who play no step dyke to no hoe. Are you dumb? You're a bitch has a baby daddy, 2 baby daddy. Get the fuck out of here. I don't play goofy goober ass shit like that. So I literally was like believing her in the beginning, but then I'm like, let me see your phone. Y'all, she ended up changing this name on her phone to a whole nother name that's not the name at all. Mind you, I ended up having a epiphany that this is the same name that I've seen her talking to when I would be leaving for work and shit like that. So the bitch has been playing in my face for a long time.
Yeah, I personally feel like the Danielle chick should have got over her ex before she even moved into a new relationship, because it's clear that she's not over that woman. How are you unattracted to somebody that you talk about every day and that you was in a relationship with? If you unattracted and you're not interested in this person no more, then move on. Y'all don't have kids together. Like, come on, move on. Go with your life. Simple.
She knows she was in the wrong for changing that girl's name on her phone. That just shows that she was guilty this whole time. If you gotta change that person's name on your phone to disguise the fact that you're talking to someone, you know you're doing something wrong.
Yeah, that doesn't help your case at all with that situation.
She said she playing stepdaddy and the kids already have 2 other fathers in their life. Don't.
Unbreakable bonds, bro. Unbreakable bonds. I mean, I get it. If you grow a relationship with the child and you really love the child, then it's like, okay.
But to sit there and lie and say, it's only about the kids, knowing that is not the case. If that was the case, you would not have to change her name in the phone. If it was innocent, you would. There's just,
Bro, I've seen couples break up and be sticking together for pets.
If it was all innocent, it wouldn't be Danielle bashing the ex every chance she gets. If it was all genuine, if it was nothing bad about it at all, then she would be open about it. It would not be a secret.
I feel like it's more like if she thinks that you don't like this person enough, then she won't assume or question why you're doing certain things, like, pulling up on her and changing her number or changing her name in the phone, like stuff like that.
There is no explaining
but
that.
I'm saying she's doing it more in a manipulative way to try to control her liking the other girl, or, her lust for the other girl. I don't know. But I feel like she's just trying to throw, like how you said earlier, throw her off her scent.
So yeah, ended up realizing that's the same name that she literally have talked to when I was leaving for work or anything like that, right? So I literally seen it, and I'm scrolling through, and I'm like, where y'all talking about the kids at? I ain't never seen nothing about them kids other than this bitch sending her money. You sending her money, you paying for her phone bill, you literally like doing like little sweet stuff for her, whatever, but you over here in Atlanta and you barely can float for your own bills at your sister's house, but yet you want to be acting like you got it like that to a whole nother. You know what I'm saying? It was just weird. I won't lie. As soon as I seen it and my heart dropped, I smacked the shit out of this bitch. I smacked fire out of her ass because, bitch, you really have me fucked up. Am I glorifying domestic violence? No, I'm not. But that bitch had me fucked up, bro. So her sister there and everything. If y'all wanted to be so tough, I just smacked your sister right in front of you. Why you didn't do anything about it? Why she didn't do anything about it? Because she know that her sister wasn't really over me. The bitch started crying and pleading, like I'm packing up my stuff or whatever. She's like holding my stuff. She's taking stuff out of the suitcase. And Tavia, please don't go. Please don't go. I love you so much. I'm so sorry. I don't want her. I don't want to talk to her. I was just so scared that you would leave me one day. So I gotta like make sure that I had something to fall back on. Like y'all literally pleading and begging. So I start punching her in her chest. Not because I want to fight her. I start punching her in her chest, y'all, because she's holding me and gripping me like this bear grip or whatever. So I started punching her just to get her to off of me or whatever. But I do know how it comes off as if I was trying to attack her. No, I was literally like, get the fuck off of me. And I'm punching her in her chest or whatever, right? So I ended up packing up on my I go to my homegirl house or whatever. My homegirl's literally like, hold up. My homegirl's literally like, oh my God, Danielle's so innocent and sweet. I would have never thought she would do nothing like this or whatever, right? I'm like, bro, like, she got me fucked up, bro. Like, I can't believe it. Because everything that I thought about Danielle, I was bamboozled. Not only did I see her still talking to her ex on the phone, I seen all the name. Like, I searched my name. I see all the stuff that she said about me or let bitches say about me. I see the way she tried to downplay that she didn't like me. And oh, she was still trying to figure me out. How the fuck you still trying to figure me out? You eating my every night. How the fuck you still trying to figure me out? You spending bread every day. You literally got me living in your house. You're treating me so nice. Yeah, you have these weird little moody things. I thought that was just like moodiness or whatever. But this girl is literally texting me every day, worshiping the girl I'm walking. So no, I had no idea that she was saying all that stuff that I ended up finding out, right? Mind you, she's also telling me like stuff about her friend's business and stuff like that. But then on their phone, she's vouching for them like, oh yeah, girl, you ain't wrong. You ain't wrong. But straight up telling me, oh, she's dumb. I got to stop being around her. Oh, I was never really her friend. Oh, I never did. I ain't seen her in 9 years. I didn't know she was going to look like that. I didn't know she was going to behave like that. All type of weird shit, right? Like, she's just a really fake ass bitch. Like, genuinely, truly, she really is. So, that ended up happening. I ended up coming back. The very next day, she literally used my car, because like I said, she doesn't have one. She literally used my car, and she took it and she went to go buy me like all of this stuff or whatever, a promise ring. So basically like initiate like that she would never disrespect me like that again, that she was going to change her ways, and she's sorry. Mind you, y'all, she blamed everything on her being drunk. So you blame everything on you being drunk in the moment, but then later on when I tell you got a drinking problem, you're like, I don't even drink that much. I don't even drink that much. Okay, let's get into it. So in the midst of me going back or whatever like that, y'all, I won't lie, I was so heartbroken. Not just because of, oh, this is somebody you're dating and what. No, I was so heartbroken because, bro, we have literally sat and cried to each other about our childhoods, like everything we've been through with other people, every way that everybody handle each other. I'm literally her therapist, y'all. Even outside of a relationship with me, I'm like vouching for her to take up for herself, stand up to her, to people that like, you know, that she's telling me are using her and misusing her and mishandling her and mistreating her, and everybody just wants something out of her, but nobody check on her, nobody's there for her, all type of shit, right? So I'm like, even outside of being your girl, I'm literally like, bro, you are a great person. You need to stick up for yourself, all type of shit or whatever, right? Y'all, why she end up trying to use the sticking up for herself thing towards me at the end? But we'll get into that. So in the midst of everything, like I said, I'm heartbroken. So now I'm angry. So I ain't gonna lie, I was very inconsiderate. When me and her would argue in the house every single night, her sister still lived there. We were yelling every single night, y'all. Like, I couldn't like stop it. Like, I could, like, every single time she would like trigger me, I'm literally screaming and yelling. I even got lockjaw on my birthday last year that nobody even knew. I couldn't even like have a real dinner. Like, I had to like eat like oysters and shit for my birthday because I had lockjaw for my birthday of that much stress. I lost 16 pounds in that month alone. Literally in that month alone. Before then, I had lost like 3 pounds with the other stress, but with that month alone, I lost 16 pounds, y'all. I literally was 103 pounds for my birthday. It was insane. So every day she was apologizing. Every day. Oh, that's not my character. I hate that I showed you this side. It was just a drunk me. You're a great person. You're an amazing woman. My whole family loves you. I'm sorry that my sister and my friends are weird towards you. I'm sorry that, you know, I gave them any reason to be weird towards you. And I'm really, 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 really apologetic about how everybody has handled you on my behalf or whatever, right? So yes, we will holler and scream. Her sister would hear it or whatever. But every night we ended off on good terms. Every morning we woke up on good terms again. I just was so like triggered all the time that I couldn't stop myself, you know what I'm saying, which was extremely inconsiderate to living with her sister. But it wasn't just me, it was that bitch too. But I yell louder than her, so she'll start yelling at me and I'll start yelling louder, so now I seem like the problem, you know. As time went on, her sister stopped liking me. I don't give a fuck. Me and her sister have the same birthday. She was trying to be on some, oh, we act the same. And I will always tell her, we don't act the same. Y'all hoes is weird. I don't act nothing like y'all. But I was always still being respectful due to the fact that it's still her sister. You know what I'm saying? So her sister stopped liking me after time went on. But mind you, she would only stop liking me when her friend was over. When her friend wasn't over, she's like texting me like, you want to watch a movie? Or like, wait until I get in the house. Oh, Danielle's sleeping. You want to watch a movie with me? All type of shit. I think we even cuddled on the couch and watched a movie before. Like, we was really cool, but I do understand the frustration with, you know, somebody hollering and screaming, especially even at your sister or whatever. So I really did think that was the only issue, but come to find out, it was also money. She started trying to tell me that we need to split rent 3 ways or whatever. Are you dumb? I don't got a room here. I'm literally living with my bitch. I'm never splitting rent 3 ways. But I even told Danielle, like, if that's what you need to, like, for this situation to be comfortable, I would do that. She's like, you ain't doing that. She even talked to her mom. Her mom was like, Natavia, you don't need to do that. That's not your house or whatever. So as long as Danielle can pay her part of the bills, it shouldn't matter, right? Both of her mom and herself was telling me that or whatever, right? Cool. So I didn't know it was a money issue until like one day her sister like said like a smart ass comment when I was walking by. She was arguing with Danielle, but she said a smart ass comment when I was walking by, and now I'm on that because who you talking to? So I'm like, bitch, don't say nothing to me because I'll really smack the shit out of you. Something like that. Like I did threaten her. I ain't gonna lie, because I'm like, I literally dealt with 6 months of y'all bitches really trying me, and I never said anything. So I really was on that. Whatever. My friend at the time was on the phone, so she like screaming in my ear, Natavia, don't hit that girl, don't hit that girl, because they know how I get, bro. I don't play with no. Mind you, y'all, all these bitches is way bigger than me. I don't give a f. Y'all bitches ain't built like that for real. And that's the thing about it is I literally kept warning Danielle, bro, I don't gotta prove my toughness to your friends and stuff, but I'm also letting them know, like, stop trying me. You know what I'm saying? She would always be like, they're so lame and they're just jealous of you and fuck them. I'll cut all of them off for you because you're a great person. And every time I talk to my mom, she loves you. Everybody else loves you. It's just my sister and my friends being weird to you, right? Cool. So, yeah, we ended up getting into an argument, whatever. So her sister's like, oh, one time you even said I was ugly or whatever, which I did. I did, but I said it in retaliation to something that I seen in Danielle's phone, which Danielle was right there and even said like, yeah, she said that, but she said it because of what she seen in my phone. And so she was like, she literally did say that she was wrong for screaming out that because she know that you can hear her and stuff like that. But it wasn't false. I don't believe that it was a lie. I just shouldn't have said it so she can hear me. You know what I'm saying? That was where I fucked up. So come around for the next part. So yeah, we ended up getting into it in that encounter or whatever. And so she's just like, well, I just feel like we should be splitting bills or whatever. And that's when I ended up telling her, like, I did start sending money for bills, right? When I started sending money for bills, Danielle was supposed to give it to her sister. Danielle never did or put it towards the rent or whatever. I was giving $200. Danielle was keeping that shit for herself, but didn't tell her sister that. She's telling her sister that I'm not sending that at all. So her sister gonna come at me like, okay, well, where's the rent money? Da da da. Ask your sister. What the you mean? Like, I didn't even know Danielle was spending it. So I looked at Danielle. I said, Danielle. She's like, okay, well, I'm gonna just be honest. I don't feel like she owe you no money, so I'm not giving it to you. Her sister started busting out crying. Her sister probably really started crying because she didn't realize that her sister was a lying ass bitch. But that's just what the reality was. So we all ended up getting into it for hours. She ended up like trying to imply that she wants her friend that Danielle fucked to move into the house. I said, that's not happening. I'm moving out. Danielle's like, no, you're not. She's just not moving in here because she's drama filled. Every time she comes over, Deanna, you act different. Y'all bring drama to the house and stuff like that or whatever. She's like, okay, well, I got to think about it, but I already told her she can come. I said, that's fine. I'm leaving. I don't give a fuck. Danielle's like, you're not going nowhere. You're not going nowhere. If you leave, I'm leaving. We ended up leaving. We ended up staying at my mom's house for a couple weeks or whatever until our house got approved. So we got approved for our house. Mind you, we got approved for the house literally in my mom's neighborhood. So it was so crazy. But, we stayed with my mom for the time being or whatever. But when we was moving out and everything, nobody got into it or nothing like that because I was really shutting the fuck up. Like y'all, I really wanted blood. Bitch, that's where I was at with it. So I just wouldn't speak. I'm in the house and I'm just not speaking. That's extremely disrespectful to be in somebody's house and not speaking. But I don't give a fuck. Y'all wanted to make me feel uncomfortable for 6 months before I said anything. So now I'm going to make you uncomfortable and show you that I don't give a fuck. So me and Danielle ended up moving into our house March 14th, right? We moved into our house March 14th. I literally paid for every fee, everything. I paid for every cent about the move or whatever, right? It wasn't no issue or whatever because she had already paid for the rent and stuff back by her sister house. And so it was just like, okay, cool. We need $4,800. And that's what we're going to get. So I literally took my ass to work. I made the whole thing in 10 days. Like, probably less than 10 days or something like that, right? So when we moved in, I never said, oh, my house, my house. Danielle's name is on the lease 100%. Yes. But I paid the motherfucking, all the moving fees 100% by myself. Come to find out, her family ended up giving her some money that I don't know what she used it on, but she didn't use it on moving in, which it didn't matter because she was getting stuff for the house. So it really didn't matter, right? After I made the 4,800, whatever, we was always splitting rent, $725 because our rent was about 1500, 1450, 1500, something like that, right? So we was always splitting down the line. But Danielle is a veteran. Danielle did not have a job at the time, so she literally only got one solid amount of money, which was $2,014 and like 57 cents. Yeah, exact amount. So you know I ain't lying. She got that exact amount. So at first, when we were just splitting the bills down, I'm making money regularly or whatever because I had a new job and stuff at that time too. But also it was like when her check was over, it was over. So it was like eventually, like she was always like not being able to pay something at the time because her money was at one time. You know what I'm saying? So we ended up I came up with the idea that, okay, bro, how about this? You just pay the rent and I'm going to pay everything else. She paid the rent and she paid for her couch because she had a couch under her dad's name that her dad would get on her about because she wasn't paying it. Why she wasn't paying it, I don't know, because I'm paying all the rest of the bills. So yeah, the whole month of April, she actually ended up getting like a large amount of money from her income taxes, $15,000 to be exact. So she did spend that in a month. I didn't know she spent it in a month. She was always buying stuff. She was always getting groceries, anything we needed for the house she was getting. But mind you, y'all, we already had multiple TVs. We had the bed. We had the couch. We had all the big things that we needed in the house. So she was just really kind of overly spending. But she just, she was saying like, I want our house to be comfortable. But when I would tell her like, this don't look like $15,000 worth of money, you know what I'm saying? But I wasn't like on her head in a negative way about it. I'm just letting her know, bro, you should have let me know that you was splitting money the way you was, because then I would have literally jumped in and I would have budgeted your money for you. That's how we ended up getting to this bum ass that happened through the summer. Let's get into that. So over the summer, mind you, Danielle blew through her whole money by May. I know it was by May of 2025. I know it was by May because we ended up going to see my dad's gravesite or whatever. So she was there for me. We ended up finding my dad's gravesite. The first time I ever been to it, we drove out to Tampa. She did a girlfriend proposal officially, or whatever. Mind you, we've been living together since September. We moved to the house in March, but she did a girlfriend proposal like just off of the strength or whatever. Y'all, I did not know this was telling her mom that I was technically never her girlfriend. But yeah, I'm telling everybody that I know that we are in a relationship. So it was just a little weird like that. Once again, character stuff. So we ended up going out of town. When we out of town, I ended up saying like, hey, can you spot me $50 or whatever? She was just like, mind you, I paid for everything out of town. She just paid for gas, which my car holds gas really good. So literally, I think she spent in total $65 for gas in total. So I'm like, can you spot me $50, whatever? She was like, oh, I was gonna ask you for like, can you spot like my half of the rent or whatever, because I went into my money on your girlfriend proposal and I only got like $300 left. I didn't get mad or nothing. We in a hotel room in Florida. So I'm like, well, why the hell you ain't just tell me that? Like, why you didn't tell me? I said, okay, cool. You know what? I'm going to just have to go back to the club a lot more than what I'm going, because I had stopped the club and everything. I said, I'm going to just have to go back to the club a lot more and stuff like that because we need to catch up, right? So she's like, okay, cool. I ended up going back to the club, money coming in or whatever. But I guess when money started coming in, she started feeling like, oh, well, now I ain't got to do shit. You know what I'm saying? So she started drinking heavy. She was already drinking regularly, like every single holiday we ever spent together, this would be drunk. Mind you, she's in front of her family and her friends, but she's drunk as at the end of the night and throwing up all over every thing with me, but in front of her family and friends, she's a good time. So I always tell her that's also manipulation because they seeing you one way and I got to experience you a whole different way. Yeah, we couldn't have sex. We couldn't be intimate. Nothing could happen because this would be so like that drunk. She don't remember anything, literally. So over the summer, she got even more drunk. This drunk every single night. I was going to work in my day job and I was going to the club every day or every time I can make it because I'm paying all the bills. She's literally only paying $14.50 for rent and then $200 that she's supposed to be paying to her dad. Mind you, she still has to pay her own phone bill, but that's it. Everything else is on me, right? And I didn't mind because, she spent $15,000 on stuff. So I didn't mind, but it was just like, even when you spent $15,000, I always still had to pay my half of the bills. You never paid my half of anything, ever. So it was just like, for her to literally be now trying to tell people that I didn't pay no bills when everybody knows that I paid majority of the bills because she couldn't. So yeah. So over the summer, like I said, she became a huge drunk. I got so stressed out or whatever. Like I'm crying all the time about it, but not in front of her. I'm crying in the car. I don't have nobody to talk about it with because I don't want to tell nobody her business. I finally one day opened up to one of my friends or whatever. I regretted it instantly because it's like, damn, I'm going to stay with her. So I don't even know why I opened up, but I just did because I just needed to get it off my chest, right? And getting it off my chest, Nobody treated her funny. Nobody mistreated her. Everybody still was like, but she loves you. You love her, and that's why you sticking it out. But she needs some help. Cool. I start sending her AA stuff. She don't want to do it. She'll fake act like, okay, I'm gonna do it. Act like she signed up for it, but she never really followed through. Oh, I'm gonna go to therapy. Oh, I'm gonna go to VA and get the benefits from them. All type of shit or whatever, right? So she literally played it out so long. I was like, fuck this. I'm calling her friends. I'm calling her mom. I'm calling her aunt. I'm telling her sisters, because it's just like, bro, somebody need to know that you got a drinking issue, like an alcoholic problem. This girl gonna tell her friends and family that I'm just being dramatic and I'm just naggy and I don't want her to have fun in life. But then sitting there crying to me like, Natalia, don't leave me. I know I got a problem. I know you don't got to deal with this. I know what nobody else deal with this type of shit or whatever. And I'm so sorry. I'm just super depressed right now. And I'm glad that you're being patient with me. I'm glad that you're here with me. But like, I need to like get some help. But then switch it up and say that she never needed no help. Right? Weird.
I feel like Danielle didn't really feel like she had a drinking problem. She just used that as an excuse to whenever they get into an argument that, oh, I just have a problem. So now when you're bringing it to her family, it's like, nah, I ain't got no problem. That's just what I tell her.
Yeah, I feel like most people who start drinking like that at a younger age, they don't see it as a problem until they get older. I always look at it like this. When I see an alcoholic or somebody who struggles with alcohol, I always wonder, like, how did it start? And I feel like it always starts with everybody just having a good time. You just a good time at a party, she's wasted. We all got that one friend who be getting super wasted. And it's all cool when you're young. It's all like funny. But when you get older, you start to look at it like, dang, like this person might mess around and be an alcoholic. So I think that's how they all looking at it right now, in a sense, like she don't realize it yet.
The fact that Danielle was causing this beef between her and her sister, knowing that her girlfriend was paying her the money, just blows my mind. It's like, I don't think she really saw long term with the creator. Because if that was the case, why would you want division between your friends and your family if you see yourself with this person for a long time?
Right. Yeah.
I feel like it was just a means to an end. She seems like she had a problem with her being a night dancer, and she just couldn't be honest about it. She wanted her, but I think she just didn't want people to look at her like, oh, wow, you're taking this girl serious and this is what she does.
Yeah, so this got over on me, right? Let me tell you how she got over on me. I literally deposited every single dollar that I got into her bank account. We would go to Navy Federal every day or every 2 days to deposit large amounts of money into her bank account. $600, $700, $800, $1,000, $1,200, $1,500, all type of shit or whatever, right? Y'all, why the fuck she's sitting there trying to play it out like that was always her money, and that's how she's trying to say that she paid all the bills, because it was coming from her bank account, but she know 100% that was my money. It literally was even stressing me out, because I would give her the money to pay for a bill because she had the apps on her phone sometimes, and I would be at work, or and I'm just telling her to handle it, and this would not even pay the bill and lie to me. And then when the bill is doubled and back, I'm screaming, I'm yelling, I'm frustrated. She's like, Xavier, I'm sorry. Like, I just never had to deal with nobody as mature and responsible and stuff as you. But yet you the same told me you took care of your ex, her kids, her whole family and everything, and they never paid the bills, and you had to do everything on your own. Either you lied, or just because you dealing with a bum don't mean that you know how to deal with a motherfucking bitch who's really on her shit. You know what I'm saying? So in the midst of all of that or whatever, I'm frustrated, I'm angry, like every thing is just going wrong because of how she's mishandling things. I'm telling her to get a job or whatever. Mind you, she don't got a car or nothing like that, but like, bro, you could use my car or whatever. She ended up starting trucking school after I pressured her into starting trucking school. She ended up starting trucking school because when in the military, if y'all know, they get paid for school regardless. So you would have got paid. So I literally had new job offers because I had quit my job to do the club full time or whatever. So I had new job offers that I wasn't taking because she didn't have a way to get to school. So she needed a whole month. So I'm like, damn, I want this job, but I'm not going to take it because you won't be able to get to school. She's like, don't worry. When I get good, I'm going to take care of you. Cool. So she drove my car every day from 5:45 all the way to like 5:30 or whatever when she got to school every day. Then I would just go to the club at nighttime, but I was just started only just going on the weekends and stuff like that, right? She kept filling a drug test, but she was telling her family like, oh, they just pushing my date back. They pushing my date back. When in reality, she kept filling a drug test. So she kept filling a drug test, and I'm telling her like, okay, well, try to get some fake pee, whatever. She's like, she want to do it the real way, whatever. So she failed the drug test 3 times. I even paid for the test that she took, some test that she had to go to take a CDL test or whatever. I paid for that. She had to take another drug test. I paid for that. But then the last one I told her, I'm not paying for it. So she ended up asking her mama. I don't remember what happened with that, but she ended up filling it again. So I'm telling her, okay, stop wasting time and just find a job that's going to pay you now. So that's how she ended up waiting for, like, she now works for Allied Security. So she started waiting for Allied or whatever to reach out and stuff like that. She finally got hired. But y'all, this is in September. She had just started working there in October or something like that now. So it's really just a month of her working there before, you know, she started getting her shit together or whatever. But like, I'm irritated and frustrated by them, but I really just want to see things through, because it's like, damn, I done stressed myself out so much with you that when your stuff start getting good, I don't want to just like act like, you know, it was meaningless or something like that, right? So she started getting back good, whatever. I'm driving her to work, or I'm leaving my job early because I don't want her to have to ride the bus late at night and stuff like that. Like, I'm literally still conveniencing her. And so she did slow down on her drinking in the month of September. She slowed down or whatever, right? Because we got into a final argument where I'm just like, I'm going to leave you. I'm not doing this alcoholic shit no more. You can't remember nothing. You don't remember conversations. You acting weird to everybody. You playing this victim stuff, all type of shit. I'm tired of it. I'm leaving you. She's like, no, I'm going to get my shit together. So she did slow down on her drinking, right? She literally drunk one day again, but for me it was like, damn, this really actually never gonna change. So she drunk one day again, and when she drunk again, I literally didn't scream, I didn't yell, I literally just sent her a AA thing. She texted me back, did they send you this? And I was like, no, I'm sending it to you. She's like, LOL, cool. So I'm like, no, it's not okay, or whatever she said or whatever. I was like, no, it's not okay, like, you need help. She's like, laugh my ass off, K, like trying to dub me out, right? So I'm like, I wait till she come in the room or whatever, and she's like, you're so annoying. Like, you're naggy as fuck. Mind you, y'all, she's drunk, so she only gets bold at the mouth like this when she's drunk. She's like, you're naggy as fuck. You don't let nobody beat themselves. You don't let me drink. You don't let me smoke my vape. You don't let me be an alcoholic. You don't let me throw up all over myself. Basically is what she's saying. I don't let her be a bum ass bitch to everybody else around her, act like they can't see. That's what the she's basically saying. So I'm like, no, and I'm not gonna keep tolerating it. It's been a year and 6 months now, and I'm dealing with you. I don't have to keep tolerating it. She's like, okay, you don't have to keep tolerating it. I don't give a fuck. You're annoying as fuck. I let you be yourself and blah 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 blah. I said, but I'm not drunk. You anything that's myself, I've never inconvenienced you. Your drinking has literally affected our livelihood. You literally made us get behind on bills, which made me lose my car at one point. All type of shit. Because of your irresponsibilities, I got my car back on my own. I'm still letting you use my car as if it's yours, but you still not contributing to my car, no nothing. You gonna tell me you ain't asked me to be late on my car, no. You ain't asked me to pay your half of the bills. You would have figured it out. How the fuck you would have figured it out when you didn't have any money to figure out anything that needed to be dealt with that day? That's the type of bitch she is, though, y'all. That shit pisses me the fuck off, because I really didn't think she was like that. But everybody keeps saying it's the alcohol, it's the alcohol, it's the alcohol. That if the bitch say she don't got an alcoholic problem and she only know how to mishandle me, it ain't the alcohol, it's her character. So yeah, on top of all of that or whatever, I ended up breaking up with her. This is actually how the breakup happened, where y'all can see on my TikTok where I said about me being freshly single. That was literally days later. I broke up with Danielle like on the 13th or something like that or whatever, right? Mind you, every single day, even during the breakup and stuff like that, I'm still telling her, I don't want to date no other people. I just really just want you to get yourself together. I want everything to plan out where I really want to see you get yourself together, even not for me, for yourself. Don't focus on me. Release my expectations of you. I got this all in text message, y'all. I want you to get yourself together because you show me qualities that I do not like, and I'm not going to keep faking it, whatever, right? So she's like, okay, I'm getting myself together. So she starts doing a fake kick it thing like she always do. Start sending me text messages. Oh, look, the therapist finally texts me back. Oh, look, the VA finally wants me to do this. Oh, look, I'm finally going to get my check from the doctor like you've been telling me for 4-6 months or whatever. I'm finally doing everything that you want me to do, but I know it's fake. So I'm telling her, okay, do that for yourself, though. Don't do it for me. Do it for yourself, right? In the midst of all of this, I'm still considerate. I'm still driving her to work. I'm telling her I don't want to be in a relationship. Don't focus on a relationship. Did I still want to be in a relationship with her at the time at first? Absolutely. Did I still love this? Absolutely. I even told my friends before I leave this house, I'm going to help her pay up all the bills. I'm even going to help her get a car. And then at the end of this, then we'll see if I'm going to leave. I literally still love this girl down. I just had to show her tough love at this point. So literally, I was just always just be like, no, I don't want to be with you. Don't worry about me. Because I was just trying to tell her to be there for herself. Girl, this bitch drunk again. And I literally come home and she's blacked out drunk on the couch or whatever. I don't say anything. I don't tell no, like, I literally just go to church, which was last Sunday. I go to church. I'm at church. She starts texting. Oh, no, I'm not at church at this time. I'm at church, but she don't ask me nothing or whatever. She's telling me like, oh, you got a package. I put it on your doorstep or whatever. Cool. When I leave from church, I ended up going to my homegirl house because honestly, y'all, I just need this event and I needed a break from her because the alcoholic thing was just so draining to me. So I'm literally like, oh, okay, like, just not gonna address this anymore because she clearly don't give. So I'm not gonna give. So she texts me randomly like, oh, you unfollowed me, so whatever you thought this was, it ain't that. You gotta go. What? You doing all this because I unfollowed? Girl, I unfollowed you days before too, and you didn't trip. Y'all, come to find out, I ended up going through the phone record that my phone name is on. It's my phone, y'all. It's my phone. Under my name. She literally had to get on my phone plan because her phone plan was... She didn't pay her bill for 3 months, and I didn't know it because, like I said, she's only paying one bill at the house, which is a rent. I didn't know she wasn't paying her own phone bill. She gonna tell people that she got on my phone plan and her phone was off because it was broken. No, I broke your phone when I found out you was still stalking your exes. But your phone was... That's not why your phone was off. Your phone was off because it was off, not because of any other reason other than it being off. Because I literally broke your phone and I went the next day to go get the screen fixed. Your phone was off for a month because it just was, because your ass is irresponsible. So all of this goes back to literally just the lies in her character and how I save face for this girl all the time. So I was always talking so highly of her all the time. I wasn't faking when I was tweeting it, and when I was saying the stuff that I was saying, I genuinely felt like that. But then it was just like stuff will happen where it was like, damn, but you know what I'm saying? Like, your ass was tweaking out immediately, but I'm not gonna go delete it and stuff like that. And I also didn't want nobody in our business, so I didn't have nobody in our business. But literally not putting people in our business, just putting people in our business and telling them the side that she wanted to tell them, but spitting it to me like, I don't say nothing bad about you. Anybody who really cares about me knows that you're so good for me. My mom knows that you're so good for me. Yeah, but your mom don't know what the I deal with from your ass either. So yeah. So now we're gonna skip forward to the whole breakup. So yeah, I literally went to church, went to my friend's house. She started texting me, talking cash, y'all. She don't even talk like that. Calling me all type of bitches. Yeah, get the fuck out of my house. I pay all the bills. Flexing so badly, y'all. I knew she was talking to somebody. So I literally was texting her like, bitch, who the fuck you trying to show out for? Because you pay all what bills? You pay, like, why would I ever lie and act like I paid all the bills if I didn't? That's some loser ass shit that you play. I don't play like that. You lame ass loser. The So literally, she started texting me, talking cash or whatever, right? I ain't gonna lie. People know how to rage bait me. I won't lie to you. When I get mad as a motherfucker because it takes me a long time. So my friend, mind you, I'm just telling my friend like, yeah, I still love her. You know, I just gotta really just love her from a distance. I just want her to get herself together. My friend's like, oh, you're just a sweet girl on the table, but I just think you should let it go. I think that, you know, it's gonna get toxic through the time. I'm telling everybody, mind you, 3 people telling me they feel like she gonna switch up on me. And I'm just like, nah, she's not like that. She's not like that. Everybody's like, Tavia, you think so, but I think she is. I'm just like, nah, y'all, she's not like that. Y'all, she literally did the very next day. The very next day. So yeah, so I'm at my friend's house. She sent me a text message, whatever. I get mad. I'm like, what the fuck? So I go to the house or whatever. So when I go to the house, she's not there. Of course, that's why you talking cash, because you're not at this house for me to put your head from wall to wall in this. Of course you're not there. But I see my dog is gone, so I'm like, I call her. Why you got? Where's Prince? Oh, it don't matter. He's with me. I said, why? If you just told me to move out. Yeah, well, I didn't want him to be in the house all by himself. I said, okay, cool, but you got my dog, but you want me to move out. She was like, yeah, exactly. You need to get the fuck out because I pay all the bills anyway. Bitch. You don't do shit. You think you gonna go. I said, oh, you got my dog? I know exactly where you at. Hung up that phone, was on the way. Come to the auntie house, whatever. Banging on the motherfucking door. Of course I look crazy. Do you think I give a fuck though? No. Of course I look crazy because I'm banging on the door, but y'all don't know this bitch is talking cash to me the whole drive. Even there, she's like talking shit or whatever, calling me, talking shit, all type of shit. But when I get there, you don't want to come outside. So she have her bitch ass cousin, a boy, come to the door, and he got his head in the door or whatever, and he put Prince outside and was like, oh, I'm on probation, don't bring that shit to my mama's house. I put my foot in the door. I said, nigga, I don't give a fuck about none of that. What are you talking about? Tell Danielle to come outside. Why are you even in business? That's what I'm saying, whatever. He like, man, that ain't got nothing to do with me. I don't know what's going on, whatever. And it's just really like, I'm really looking, because he's like trying to intimidate me, not knowing my brothers will put that rod to that ass in real life. So Danielle's body behind the door, right? But she's still texting me, but she won't come outside or whatever. So I'm sitting outside or whatever, outside the house for a minute. My homegirl like, Natavia, you need to leave because they could be calling the police or whatever. Cool. I call her auntie phone. She don't answer. Call her mama phone. She don't answer. Nobody call me back. No, nothing. I already know Danielle is playing the victim. And I also know I'm on a camera banging on your door. So whatever. But I just feel like as a real grown ass person, you should be like, okay, what the fuck is going on? Because that's what the fuck I would do. But whatever. So, I really got antagonized as fuck or whatever. So I go to the house, whatever. I start packing up all my shit, whatever. Every like decor pieces and stuff like that I wanted or I paid for, everything. I took my computer, I took my laptop or whatever. Y'all, why this gonna say that I took her shit? Oh, you took my laptop, that's my computer. No, you paid for it for me. I literally have tweets and everything of me telling the world that you gifted me this, all type of shit. What are you talking about? I didn't take nothing that belongs to Danielle. Not one thing. The only thing she could try to say I took is, oh, you took my paper towels and my towel. Girl, them decor shit that I picked up and I was paying for shit too, so stop playing with me. You didn't even like none of that stuff. So who you playing with? Like, you weird ass.
All right, MessyFam, now listen, stick it through. We got one more part. I know I said 7 parts, but she actually did a final. But before we get into that, we got to talk about some things.
She definitely playing mind games. How you gonna tell somebody to move out, but you take her dog? It's like she wanted her to chase her.
Yeah, that's petty though. Taking toilet paper and tissue. I mean, if you pay for it, you pay for it. It's a petty ass thing to take, but that's how I'm going out. I'm going out like that. I'm taking the last roll of toilet paper. Call me broke, whatever, but I'm taking all those small things from you for sure.
Why give it if you just gonna take it when you mad? Like, don't even give me nothing if that's the case.
Right, but you know how y'all know how it be. Sometimes people be so emotionally tied to the things like the money that's invested in the relationship that if they can take any of that money back, they will. That's why most people stick around in relationships longer than they should, is because of how much financial investments they made into it. If you're in a relationship and you the only one invested financially into that, then you're going to be the one who's more obsessive about everything. But if you both are invested into that relationship, then that's probably why the relationships don't like. You know, if you know you invested so much money and time and energy into something, why would you just give it up? Why would you just walk away from it so easily, even if you want to? So in these situations, I can understand why people will get petty and take their money back, take toilet paper, whatever they can get back from what they already lost.
So easy for her to pay bills when she was living with her sister, but now that she's in a relationship, it's hard for you to manage your money now? What were you doing this entire time? It's like, it just sounds like she's been over her this whole time since they moved in. Now she got a place. Now she can use her car whenever. Now they like dependent on each other more, and she just switched up completely.
When she told that woman that I've never had anybody so mature and so responsible, you should, that's the worst thing you can hear in a relationship. You the first person she knew that was mature and responsible, and she's trying to use that against you when it comes to why she's so damn irresponsible. You know you're dealing with somebody you cooked. Like, I hate to be that person, but you're cooked.
So as I'm moving on my stuff or whatever, she's still talking cash shit. Like, yeah, get the fuck out of my house. That's my shit. You ain't never did shit there. What you thought this was. All type of loser ass shit that she don't even talk like that. That bitch is a lame. When I tell you, everybody who has met Danielle was like, she's literally only a dyke because she's unattractive. Like, she really would be a femme if she could. Because that's exactly what the fuck she gives off. So, yeah. So, she's talking cash shit. Guess what? I turned that phone off. You want to play? Let's play. Cut the phone, cut the Wi-Fi, disconnect the motherfucking security cameras, because who you playing with? Who wasn't paying no bills? But I shut everything the fuck off, disconnected everything, because you playing with the wrong motherfucking one. I ain't never got a lot of kick it to no bitch, ever. Bitch, I live in my truth constantly. That's the difference between me and your loser lame ass with your lame ass friends and all of y'all duck-headed ass bitches who don't even like each other and bash the at each other. I was the common enemy because y'all hoes was jealous. Y'all bitches are bums. I would never, ever be around y'all if it wasn't for Danielle. She knows that. She even said that to her own mom, to her own aunt. Like, yeah, Natavia, like, when I see people that she like, these are the type of people that she hang with. Exactly, because y'all are losers. She knows it. She's even said it. And she's a loser, and she's still calling y'all bitches losers. So my brother didn't come home for a few days or whatever. So when he did come home, I called him and I just told him everything that had happened. Not come home to me, but go home to his house. And mind you, he lived in the same neighborhood or whatever. So she ended up saying like, my brother ended up texting her or whatever. And she ended up saying like, oh, Natavia's not getting anything. Me and you don't have no problem with each other, but she's not getting anything because she took my shit or whatever. My brother's texting her like, Danielle, like, she gonna get her shit either way. You know what I'm saying? She like, oh, well, how y'all gonna get it other than breaking into my house? Like, she's trying to play tough. And now I realize she's trying to play tough because when we got to the motherfucking house, she had all the same bitches that she talked dog shit about the whole year of me dating her at the house. So you play tough, bitch, and I'm gonna show y'all bitches better than I can tell y'all every time. So, as soon as I get there, whatever, I can hear them through the door or whatever. I don't give a fuck. So, I'm literally like, boom, 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 banging on the door or whatever, right? Because I'm really on there. I won't even hold you. But mind you, I had already called the police. Like, I had a police escort and everything coming. But in case y'all want to be on it, I was on it. My brother ended up saying like, nah, back up. Like it sound like there's a hell of people in there or whatever. Anybody who knows me, I've gotten jumped before. Hoes don't I don't give a fuck about none of that. Was it very petty? Extremely. But was I on that originally when I got to the house? I was not. It was really like hearing multiple voices in my house. The fucking house that I was paying everything for, and y'all bum ass drunk and not doing nothing, and you can't even hold yourself up most of the time. Like, I just felt really disrespected. So yeah, but the police was already on the way because I had already called them an hour before, and I was just waiting for them to get there or whatever, right? So my brother like, nah, fuck that. Come back. We about to, because no. So I just start standing in the middle of the street or whatever. So I do got a rod on me. Are you dumb? Are you stupid? Are you dumb? It's 4 hoes. You think I'm not gonna? Come on, bro. That's how I know y'all bitches ain't really what y'all talking about. Because any real bitch would know, like, it's gonna get like that. So she all like, one friend opened up the door. Yeah, what you want? Not the same oompa loompa of a bitch who literally Danielle really say she don't even know how to take care of her own kid, and she literally anybody that's gonna let her live with them. And the bitch used her, and Danielle's like, oh, her pussy had a smell to it, all type of cash. Not you, ho. So my brother like, don't say nothing. I got brothers. They know I don't argue. I ain't arguing with shit. Danielle knew better. I'm on the phone or whatever. They don't know who I'm on the phone with, but I'm on the phone or whatever with the police or whatever, and they just talking cash shit. The other friend, the ugly dyke looking one, everybody thought she was a dyke. Even the officer was like, the other gay girl. I was like, what other gay girl? It was like, oh, the one with the other pink shirt on. I said, that's a fucking straight girl. That's how you know you're that fucking ugly. So literally, she all like, oh, I've been waiting to give you this shit for a year. I'm standing in the middle of the road. I ain't moved or nothing. Them bitches just talking. They pulling her back. That's when she started saying that. You had ample opportunity to come out that motherfucking door and come see what this shit was talking about. I can't say too much, y'all, because anywho, they really wanted to hype each other up because that's the type of lame ass bitch that bitches do. They hype each other up to be lame ass bitches. But Danielle is the one who never steps foot at that door because that bitch knew better. She knew better. So literally the police pulled up. Whoop whoop. He like, oh, just show me that you got the receipt. Like, I mean, that you got mail that comes to this house or whatever, and show me that the receipts or whatever that you paid all the deposits. I had all of that shit, but I had dropped it off in my mom's house or whatever. So I'm walking back or whatever. It was 3 other police cars pulled up. Her bum ass cousin in his bum ass car pulls up. Nigga jumped out of the car with his friend, pulls out a gun on me or whatever, right? Cool. Like, oh, I'll blast you right here. Talking tough shit to a bitch. You're a loser, and for life I'm on that. Anywho, so I literally go to my mom's house, whatever. My brother on 10. Cause anywho, the police come like call my phone or whatever. I come back around and stuff like that. I'm like, yeah, and y'all let this nigga right here with a gun pull out a gun on me. They like, who pulled out a gun? Who pulled out a gun? So they literally like, who? These are some young ass cops. All of them, you could tell they was just dumb as fuck. I'm like, right there in that car, the nigga just put out a gun on me, blah, 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 blah. He's like, oh, let's get him. So they all get in the car and start chasing him down, whatever. They let the nigga drive off out the neighborhood with the car, which clearly had the gun in it. And then they start chasing the dude that was walking down the street or whatever. So they put him in handcuffs and shit like that. And it's just like, but y'all let the nigga in the car leave out. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, I'm mad as not no more about no bitch. Now I'm on some nigga street shit because you got me fucked up. So I'm telling Danielle, bitch, you know how it get when it comes to shit like that. She all looking stupid. She don't want to say anything. Her friends and stuff, nobody saying anything anymore or whatever. So whatever they telling the police, like I'm the problem. Of course, now I look like the problem. Now I look the problem because a whole nigga just put out a gun and threatened to shoot me because your ass can't motherfucking respect it. The only thing I wanted was my shit. But I've been off of you when you just begged me the day before for me to come back and all type of shit. But now you want to play tough because you got your friends over there, bitch, that I'll wit. Anywho, so I'm screaming, I'm yelling. They just like, oh, no, you're getting arrested for disorderly conduct or whatever. So they put me in handcuffs and shit or whatever, right? So I'm like, I'm getting arrested, but y'all letting this nigga like blah 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 whatever. So they like, just calm down. I couldn't calm down, y'all. I ain't gonna lie. I was so activated, bro. I literally was about to like run up. That's why I was trying to like maneuver my way. And I wanted to just run up and like get to Danielle at this point, because now I'm gonna whoop your ass. Like, cause I really wasn't on that at first, but now I'm on that. She's all looking through the windows of my mom, my best friend on the phone. My mom ended up like coming around the neighborhood. My brother coming around the neighborhood or whatever. Anyway, my I guess they didn't tell me though till they left. My mom was like, okay, this is too much, Danielle. You might as well let her get her stuff. I guess the friends start talking shit. My mom was like, whatever ugly girl with them tan pants. I said, that's her sister. She's like, yeah, that ugly girl with the tan pants. She said something. And then the dykey one. I said, y'all keep thinking that's a dyke. That's not a dyke. That's a regular bitch. She just ugly as fuck. Even Danielle's aunt has even said that, oh, she's just really unattractive looking. But, you know, I just let her come around because Danielle tolerates her. But they done dogged this bitch the fuck out, literally, since I've known him. So I guess she said something, but they didn't tell me until we left or whatever, right? So I guess they said something to my mom or whatever like that, whatever. The cops have me walking with them everywhere. They won't let me by myself. They like go like show me where he pulled out the gun at. They tell they have me standing in the row like, oh, the person won't show us their camera footage. Oh, this person said that they didn't see anything, all type of shit or whatever, right? Cool. So on that then. On that. Y'all don't give a fuck. I don't give a fuck. So the guy ended up telling me, like, you're a very beautiful woman. I just think that you need to learn how to regulate your emotions and fuck the vanity, fuck the everything that you wanted to get. Like, if you know that they're gonna play games like this, then fuck it, like, really just be the bigger person. And I'm just like, why I always gotta be the bigger person? You know what I'm saying? And literally, I gotta leave it at that. But allegedly now I'm going to jail or whatever. And so even if I do, y'all, guess the fuck what? I didn't do anything. There's no proof of anything. And I still want that with you. Period.
Nah. I thought you said your brother had that rod and he gonna put that rod on him. What happened?
He did pull up. The brother pulled up too.
Yeah, but he ain't put that rod on nobody. He ain't put that rod on nobody. And you didn't put that rod on nobody either. I'm surprised. You both talking about how y'all both got rod and how you'll pull out rod. But when another man pulled up and pulled out a rod on you, why didn't your brother pull out the rod? Is it a real rod or is it a rod? What kind of rod we talking about? Hell. You talking all this gangster stuff and then go tell the police on that man. Are you a civilian or a gangster? I'm confused. Like, make it make sense. You come over there talking about you gonna put rod on somebody and somebody put rod on you and now you civilian. Now you scared.
Yeah, the fact
now you telling, now you cooperating. Nah, hell nah.
The fact the cousin pulled the rod out and the police was there, he didn't care not one bit.
Yeah,
and the cops didn't care not one bit. Yeah. Is this GTA the way the cops was running up on them? Because how did you let the criminal get away? And Danielle, why are you calling your male cousins that you know about to pull out the rod? This is a female situation. You got a group of females in the house. You got the girlfriend in the street. You got the mama on the way. What was the need of calling the cousins?
Yeah, she got a rod on her. She got a weapon. I'm calling too. What do you mean?
I'm saying this is...
She talking gangster. You gotta call for help.
Talking gangster from the street. Yeah. I think this was a situation that just blew up, like out of proportion. Danielle should have just gave her stuff back. There was no need for everyone else to get involved. But as we know, Danielle liked to involve everybody in her relationship.
Yeah. Let's talk about the unprofessionalism with these cops. First of all, why would you identify a woman as a gay woman anyways? Why would you just say the woman in the pink? Just the other gay woman over there. Yeah. Whoa, sir, is that your job? And then you're sitting there talking about you're beautiful. You should learn how to, first of all, dude, just ask for the number. You way past doing your damn job. That's probably the same dude who called the other girl.
They done did everything but their job.
Who mislabeled the other woman who was straight. I feel like this woman, whoever they talking about, the woman who everybody think is not straight, I feel like you need to get a new friend group, baby. I feel like
She catching all the strays.
You catching strays just for being yourself. You ain't did shit to nobody but walk in a room. This is ridiculous. Like, you need to go find a new friend group. All them other motherfuckers deserve each other. I don't know what this storyteller did to go to jail, but obviously she left out a lot. Because how you end up, if you got the rod pulled out on you, you're the victim. Okay, I can get it. You pulled up to somebody else's house, starting stuff. Okay, we got you. Maybe we can get a trespass if they own the house, whatever the case may be. But to go to jail, now you got to go to jail. You had to do something. You had to do something. Right. You know what I'm saying?
How we get from the cops showing you around the house so you can grab your stuff to you in the back of a cop car to them telling you should just not get anything?
Hold on. They was calling her beautiful too. I'm trying to figure out how we get from beautiful to handcuffs. The hell? How we get from telling you you're beautiful, but now we're going to prison? You better watch that cop. I hope he ain't no CO. I hope he don't be in there no correctional officer. Lord help him.
I'm trying to figure out how they let the guy with the rod get away. You had one job. Didn't you say it was like 3 officers? Or y'all just chasing the one that's walking down the street?
Clearly he pulled that. He probably walked up on her like this, like, keep talking. And that's what she meant by pull it out. Because there's no way in hell he pulled it out like this. No way in hell. And the cops just like, Who? The fuck is
They
it?
playing Where's Waldo, and the criminal was driving away. Don't. What blows my mind is she is the one who called the police, and they did they did everything but their job.
And she's still worried about trying to attack Danielle. Leave Danielle the hell alone. Danielle was scary. She's scared.
Danielle looking through the bloods like this.
Yeah, because Danielle knows she got pipe. Danielle like, she got pipe, bro. Like, what you want Danielle to do? Come outside and say, come on, you got pipe. No, you're not about to shoot me. You're calling my brother. You sound crazy. You talking about your brother gonna put pipe on people? Well, watch my brother. Well, your brother ain't put pipe on nobody. He went home hot. He all mad. I'm so mad I didn't pull out my pipe. Why not? Why you pull it out? Do you know if somebody pull a gun out on you, that's self-defense now? You show me your gun, I'm popping you. What the hell we talking about? We're not about to play this game.
To this creator, if you plan on doing anything in retaliation, the last thing you want to do is come to the media talk about you on that. Because why would you just tell on yourself like that?
Oh no, she on that. She came up there with rod, pipe, all that. I heard all of that. Yeah.
If
whatever you did.
Or committing anything. First thing
open
first.
case, by the way. It's an open case. Like,
ma'am.
She said, since I'm going to jail for 4 days, she might tell me I ain't even going to jail that damn long. And you just gave out here and just gave the whole spiel. But we'll take it. We'll take it. Because we love mess. We love the mess. I don't think you incriminated yourself in no way, but you damn sure ain't helping your defense with this story time. I'm not gonna lie. If you came up to my house talking about you got rod and I'm gonna put that rod on somebody, my brother gonna put that rod on somebody, like you talking greasy. I don't know if you told this to them, so I'm just gonna say allegedly you told this to them because I don't remember you telling her this. I remember you recapping like I got rod, but
don't tell nobody
if you got all these weapons, yeah, I'm calling whoever I need to call. How you gonna call the police and you pull up to my house with a gun? Like, and your brother. And then y'all mad because my people's pulled up to protect me. Like, yeah, you tripping. You tripping, storyteller. But hey, let me tell you this though. Good story time. We appreciate it. It was well thought about. I thought you were about to go more in detail on telling on the friends and not, I thought we was about to get like, who's the drug cartel guy? Like, I thought you were about to give up the plug. I thought you were about to tell us some stuff, but at the end of the day, it still was a good story time. What do you guys think, Messy Family, about this story time? But if you guys are interested in following this creator, we will have her linked in the description box below, so that way you can follow her for more updates. But other than that, Messy Family, we will see you guys in the next story time. Peace out.